Welcome back to the Morally Ambiguous podcast. Remember when we used to do these things?
It's been 4 months, Xander.
As,
4 months.
as ever, I'm joined today by Emily and Tom. Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
As always, you can find myself on Twitter at Viscount Xander or Viscount Xander. There's a lot of debate as to how it's pronounced. Emily, what's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is Game Gallagher. You can follow me, do some stuff. Follow me if you're not a pawn bot. I'd appreciate that. I have about 20 of them following me.
Pawn bot.
Yeah.
And you can find me at Pornbot on Twitter.
Yeah, and Tom, well, you probably have better luck trying to hunt him down in person.
Yeah, look under some rocks. You'll find me eventually.
He's the dust bunny under your bed.
It's adorable. I'll be the dust bunny.
So, 4 fucking months have come and gone.
Yeah.
Well, between Emily working, Tom working, and having like people desire his presence.
Yeah, people actually wanted me. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, and it's actually struggled to actually find the time to put together a podcast. I mean, it was like technically the anniversary of the podcast last month. Timestamp, it's nearly New Year's.
Oh, you're dating us already, Xander. Damn.
Anniversary.
Anniversary. Did we need to get you a present, Xander?
What would be a present for starting a podcast? Here's a year's badge, a 1-year-old badge to just.
Well done. You nearly did a year.
Nearly did a year.
An almost year.
An almost year. An almost anniversary.
Yeah, it's like a semi-versary.
I've got a semi-versary right now.
Onwards. What have you guys been up to the last 3 months then?
Mostly what we're doing now, but minus you.
Well, I've been the absent one.
Yes. I played video games. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch.
Oh, mate.
Everyone seems to have gone nuts over it.
Of course they have. It's crazy.
Yeah, but you've been playing it on the PC, haven't you?
Oh, PC. Never mind.
Never mind.
I was going to say we should totally play together because I have it for my PS4, but yeah, never mind. Yeah, but I got it for Christmas. I've been playing a serious amount of it. When I'm not playing it, I miss it.
Such a good
just
game.
At work, just sort of pining over the fact that you're missing your strange Thai woman in a mech.
Korean? She's Korean.
God, get her right, Xander. She's Korean.
Little Korean girl in a robot suit.
Forgive me, I don't play the game.
I've only seen pictures and make racist comments based on pictures. Did you just assume her nationality, Xander?
Some Thai woman. It's like she's a Thai fighter. She's an actual Thai fighter.
She's a Thai fighter.
Like, that joke's not been made before. So work and Overwatch has basically been your flavour of the last 3 months.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
pretty much for both of us. Well, except Overwatch, just work mostly for me, and some other games and stuff. Waiting to get Overwatch. Pretty much wasting time on other games so I can play Overwatch when I get it.
And for the most part, like, aside from the last month, Tom and I have been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, like, most nights.
Yeah. Far too much Final Fantasy XIV. We could have been doing a podcast while playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. It'll just be like a live podcast. Maybe that's something we should look into doing, is just like a live stream podcast while playing Final Fantasy.
I want to do the Dungeon Bants podcast where we talk shit in dungeons.
It's not so much talking shit as much as me getting pissed off at you standing in area of effect attacks or not actually paying attention when you should be.
Look, that's not my fault that people want to talk to me.
I told Emily
And then
about
I
that.
have
It was
to
just, you know, tanking a dungeon and you're like 5 minutes behind because you're chatting shit to someone else on Discord.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wanted to chat shit to people.
But
My mind was in it. My body wasn't.
yeah, your body was elsewhere.
My body was elsewhere. We finished it without many hiccups.
Yeah, it was a pretty smooth run, aside from having to stop and start again because it's just like you still sort of stood in the last boss area. When we're just like getting ready to do the next boss. Anywho, but yeah, I've had quite. I mean, the first 2 months weren't particularly busy. It's in the last month where things have really sort of been quite hectic.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, for those who don't know, I I used to have metal in my spine.
I used to.
I used to. Yeah. But yeah, I had an operation literally about a month ago now. To have all of that taken out. So I spent the last months just sort of recovering and yeah, mostly just that really. So I've not actually been able to be on the PC until recently.
So Xander's been watching lots and lots of Final Fantasy 14 videos, wanting to play the game desperately.
I have, like, any game that I've wanted to play, I've just been overdosing on videos about it. Like, there's only so much Game Grumps I can watch. But,
Unless it's Sonic 06, and then you can watch that all the damn time.
oh. But yeah, it's been okay. Like, I've just been sat bored in the living room for like 8 hours a day. And then
Not that great.
yeah, and then along came Christmas, where I've actually been feeling better, and it's like, yay, now I can actually like play with the things that I have.
Yeah, I can do things.
Speaking of Christmas, how was your guys' Christmas?
Fair. I got too drunk on Christmas Eve and was feeling it all Christmas Day.
Hanging hard.
Hanging very hard, very fast. Dying.
Christmas Eve. What did I do Christmas Eve? Oh, Christmas Eve I went to see my brother and his girlfriend in Manchester. Went out for a meal. Went to Ben, Brazil. That's fucking excellent.
I forget you live in the north.
What's wrong with that?
King of the North!
I am king of the north here. What's wrong with the north?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just like it's so alien for me to think of you not in Luton because that's where I've always seen you.
Oh yeah.
And then just thinking like, oh, it's just in the north.
I'm in the
like
north,
completely blanking
yeah.
the very broad northern accent that you don.
He completely just ignores that. His southern like body can't take it, so he just ignores the northern accent.
So you guys have a northern accent?
You do have a northern accent.
Yeah, you have a northern accent.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
No. Every time I'm at work and there's a customer or I get in a taxi to go home, I always get someone saying, so where are you from? Warrington. You don't sound like it. Well, I did live near London for 3 years.
Say north.
That explains the accent. North.
North.
Yeah, but she says north.
North.
I don't say north.
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 North. North.
This is ridiculous. I don't fit in anyway. Midlands or something.
Just go to the Midlands.
To everyone in Warrington, I sound southern, and then to everyone from the south or somewhere not from the north, I sound fucking
Somewhere
northern.
not from the north.
Oh.
I am from the north, but Christ, I don't know where I fit in with this fucking accent. This is unreal.
We hit like a vein here.
It's pretty much like myself. It's like I don't really fit anywhere. I certainly don't fit in the north. Like I have just this very strong received pronunciation, like almost Queen speech.
Whilst I just fuck up words all the time.
Yeah, you struggle with your first language.
My first language, my only language, guys.
I'm not going to go into it now.
No.
I was going to bring up your prowess with French, but then I think that might get us flagged for like
Yeah, I think
inappropriate
maybe
content.
we should not.
Like
We
I
should
know
not go
this
down.
this isn't a podcast for the faint of heart, but you know there are lines.
There's a
There's a
list that
line.
I can't be on.
I'm just looking at Twitter, like just to like see if I get anything in or why not. And one of the trending hashtags at the moment is things I yell when I come.
Oh my god.
And the first one I saw is legit now just my favourite. Things I yell when I come. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
How long do you have to be coming to get that one out?
I don't know. That's gotta be a fucking long orgasm.
I'm fairly sure I've mentioned this to at least one of you, but did I tell you what
Ooh.
my friends used to do or decided that they were going to do when they moved in together?
I think I know this story, but do tell it. Do tell it.
They,
Please do tell.
I remember my friend Anna telling me this, and she said they had or they were going to have this code where if they had been on like a night out and they'd brought someone home with them, they were going to have this code where they would get in the house and obviously if like the other two were in, they would shout, "Tonight we ride," and then to acknowledge this response, this sort of saying, the other two to acknowledge it would shout, "For England."
Tonight we ride for England.
For England. I was just, it's that moment. It was like, I wish I could be in that house at that time, just to truly encompass how strange this is.
Didn't we have one where somebody had to meow at someone?
I don't remember
ever
this.
got laid, but,
Well, no, we never got laid. Like
maybe this was just between me and Scarly then, and maybe Sam.
well,
I can't remember.
I hate to throw in it, but didn't Scarly have a friendly person over for like a night?
Well, she best have fucking meowed, or I'm going to be so angry.
Well, I just distinctly remember like after that night, and like he'd left. I think I'd gone to go and have a shower, and I sort of just like put my head around the door just to say, "Hey, what's up?" And I just remember this very interesting question, like, why is sex so awkward? I'm like, this is probably not the sort of question
Did you just go, are you doing it wrong?
It's just like, I don't know. I've never done it.
You're asking the wrong person.
You're in a household where like no one really gets laid or even has sex on a regular basis, and this is like, okay.
Mine was not by choice. I'm just so fucking ugly.
No. You just isolate yourself from people. Like you seem to sort of have this pretense of being undesirable when that's really not very much the case at all.
Damn! Am I secretly wanted by everyone? This is great.
Like you probably have like a little tribe of fangirls that just follow our Forest series.
Oh my God. They know Miku's the best. They're there for the Neville voice.
That's your name, Miku.
Sune is best girl.
I'm going to be getting that new lap sometime next week, so I'll be able to join you guys in the forest in a little while.
You're getting ahead of my topics.
Yes,
sorry,
because we should
Sorry,
probably talk about how dead that series is at the moment.
I get that. I getting ahead. But
Yes.
Getting back on track. So we sort of timestamped that it's New Year's, so we're gonna do the obligatory. What's up for 2017?
More celebrity deaths.
God, please now.
Oh,
So
it's
take
gonna
your
happen
bets.
regardless. Like,
Yeah.
yes, people sort of attribute it to 2016, but they're going to be dying regardless. It seems pretty fickle to sort of relate it to the fact that, oh god, it's 2016. What a shitty year.
It's been a year where a lot of profoundly popular people have died.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why.
not like, well, celebrities die like pretty much every year, but there's been so many this year, and it's always really good people that I really liked. David Bowie, Prince, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, these are people who've been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not like, well, Carrie Fisher was only 60, her mum's like 84.
Well,
Debbie
George
Reynolds
Michael was like
85.
53, wasn't he?
Yes.
Exactly, they're not like old, they're still relatively young.
I mean,
like,
cancer is for half of it. Carrie Fisher, bless her heart,
I know,
was a heart attack.
Then her mum a couple of days later.
I know, Christ almighty. Mum told me Carrie Fisher died playing Overwatch, and I literally just went, fuck off. And she was like, no, seriously. And I was just like, fuck off, Mom. I was like, she's not dead. And she was like, no, look. And I was like, fucking hell. And she was just like, ah. And I was just like, ah. And I was just like, no.
Well, my other half sent me a picture of, there's like a little gathering outside the one of the embassies, I think, on Alderaan on Star Wars Online.
Oh yes, I remember.
Oh yeah,
that's the Old Republic MMO.
Yeah, as sort of like on as tribute to Carrie Fisher. Like that's actually really sweet. Like they're gathered outside the family house place, Castle Majiggy.
I believe it was House Organa
that's the one.
Came outside of.
I almost called it House Oregano. So.
That would be wrong.
I was like, that's very wrong. It's not a spice.
But Star Wars has had such an influential effect on so many people's lives that, of course, when one of the celebrity actors in it dies, it's going to have a massive effect on people.
Well, and she's been a massive advocate for other things as well, particularly mental health.
Yeah, I was going to say she's been a massive advocate for mental health.
But, I mean, these celebrity deaths are going to happen regardless of what year it is.
Yeah, like, I'm betting that I'm betting that a fair amount of people are probably going to die next year, but it's just that it's just annoyed everyone because it's just been popular people that a lot of people like.
Yeah.
Whereas normally it's like, I'm not saying that people don't like other people who have died, but not as many people are bothered by it. Like when Patrick Swayze died, I was like, oh, that's really sad. I liked 2 of the films he was in because they're the only 2 I've seen. Still, that's really sad. But like, I fucking love Star Wars. I love David Bowie. It's fucking grim tidings.
Oh, fuck. So my other half is meant to be coming to see me this afternoon. He's just sent me a message saying, it's going to take me a while to get to yours. I'm like, how come? Just sent me a picture. He's managed to break his key in his bike lock.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Like, I know he goes to the gym and all, but holy shit.
He lifts.
He does. He really does lift.
Dan, you caught yourself a nice one there.
By the way, is no one going to mention the puns that I have just sent?
We're going to ignore the puns you've just said because no one else can see those puns.
Don't have enough money to open a bakery. www.needmoredough.com.
Accidentally added marijuana instead of oregano to dinner. www.thestakesarehigh.com. This is classic shit posting from Emily, by the way.
Yeah, this is.
I think this is our just the entire thing altogether. And I've just noticed that Darius, who's been on the podcast previously, has changed his Discord name to something quite amusing.
Oh.
It used to be called "You Know Who You're Talking To" as like just a poke in the eye to me, but he's now changed it to ADHD Brain.
I've got an ADHD brain. It's a dangerous brain.
Danger Brain.
I also just realised that there's 2 zombie Starlings as well.
I was tempted to remove one, but I was a little scared that it might end up removing Tom.
The real Tom.
The other zombie Starling, the story behind that, people, is that I fucked up on Discord and joined in the browser and then joined through the client. And so it made 2 separate people logged in at the same time with the same name.
Very bizarre.
So,
anywho.
Yes.
So,
anywho.
What sort of things are you sort of hoping for 2017, or what are you definitely planning on trying to do?
I'm definitely going to upgrade my PS4 because 500 gigabytes, that's some bullshit. I need
Not enough.
it's not enough. I need like 2 terabytes.
As
So I'm
someone
gonna upgrade
who's sort of only recently got a PS4, I'm sort of realizing that for myself as well, because the games automatically
Yeah.
install. So if you want any more than like
Yeah.
5 or 6 games on there, you're buggered, really.
Yeah.
You're gonna start
have-
deleting games.
Yeah, I had to uninstall Guitar Hero, which is really sad because it's such a fun game. Had to uninstall Infamous Second Sons, even though I was halfway getting through the other side of the achievements, which I wanted to get, but I was like, fuck it, no, I want Overwatch on PS4 instead. And then half the games are really massive, like GTA 5 is like 50 gigabytes, and then Dishonored 2 is like 50 gigabytes as well, and so is Uncharted 4. And I'm like, that's already 150 gigabytes. That's like, if I just had those 3 games on there, that's like 350 left. That's not a lot. I managed to install Overwatch because that's only 20, Watch Dogs 2 because that's like 30 gigabytes, and Skyrim because that's also like 30 gigabytes. Anything else is not going to go on there, and it's very irritating.
Yeah.
That's the main issue with the PS4, and I would say probably the Xbox 360 as well, is that they're trying to mimic being PCs without actually being a PC.
Yeah.
It's like
Without
they
the
don't
space,
actually
without
need
the power.
installing. Like, you
No,
could
they
probably run it
don't.
off the disc.
But I think they're like, oh, it makes it load faster. Does it, bollocks? Does it, bollocks, make it load faster?
Well,
Just
I guess in a
optimize
way
your
it
damn
might
games
do.
better.
It might do.
Well,
but,
it might do, but...
because, I mean, the files are already there, rather than having to try and go through the disc to find them ready for this one bit.
I suppose, I don't know how it works, but I think it's a little silly. Like,
It does seem
alright.
daft overall, but, you know, and you'd think that, you know, with games that are, you know, absolutely enormous now, but in contrast to a lot of the older ones, you'd think that they would have bigger hard drives, just by default.
Alright, yeah. Like, you can get a PS4 with already like a terabyte. And I wish that I'd gotten one with a terabyte, but I got it for Christmas last year, so Mum has no idea what any of that means, so I'm not going to hold it against her. I'll just upgrade it myself. But it's just, the companies know that the games are going to be massive. Like, they know that they're going to need a massive amount of space to install and save. And I just don't know why they're just like, oh, we're not going to do 500 gigabytes, we're going to do a terabyte and 2. That would be so much better for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking... I would recommend getting 500 gigabytes if, like, it's fine for, like, a few games, but I have so many PlayStation 4 games now. I've got, like, 7 or 6 for Christmas, like, and I can't install, like, 4 of them.
That's
So
a
I'm
very
just
odd
there,
way
like-
of saying that. 7 or 6.
I
Oh,
can't
7 or 6
remember.
of them.
6 or 7. I think there's, like, 7, I think. Oh, yeah, 7, because one game has 2 discs in it with 2 separate games.
Oh, bloody hell.
The double
Um,
game.
Yeah, it's the what is it? Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. They're
Oh,
like,
those two.
yeah, those two. They come as like one game. There's 2 discs, but it's like comes as one box.
Oh, okay.
So your plan is basically just to effectively get a bigger hard drive, really.
Yeah, I've just got to pay for a hard drive, and then I'm gonna either give it to one of the guys at work who he did this to his PS4, so he knows how to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll either give it to him and let him do it, because I don't trust myself, because I will fuck it up. Get him to do it, or go to like Macleod or something and get someone there to do it.
Yeah.
So I just don't trust myself, so I'm not gonna try and fuck it up. So.
Cheers. What about you, Tamaki?
I feel like mine's going to be a little more, in depth than that. But I want to improve myself as a person, is what I'm going to say.
I feel like this was your resolution for last year.
And it didn't work. I'm still a cunt. So we've got to move on. We've got to try better and harder. So I don't know how I want to improve myself. I might stop on the drinking so much. I did drink a lot this year, and that was pretty bad.
I'm going to miss your health potions.
My health potion's the best thing that you've ever witnessed.
This is just like rum and lemonade, but with like something red in it.
No, it was Archers and Grenadine and
That was
lemonade all together in one thing.
Tasty.
That's probably got an actual name,
So
but
tasty.
I call it a health potion.
So
testy. Yeah, so I think cut down on the drink, maybe cut down on eating so much, maybe do a bit more exercise. You know, the fucking boring stuff people pick every year.
The normal resolutions. Going to quit this, quit that.
Resolutions.
Get rid of all the things that, you know, actually make me happy.
Yeah. It's the time of your life where you think, fuck it, I don't want to be happy anymore. Come on then, Xander. Tell us about your resolution.
Yeah, what's your plan?
I think my resolution... I don't like doing resolutions. I really don't. I'd rather just sort of set aims for myself.
That's my aim.
Like,
to upgrade my PS4. That's my aim.
Like my sister, she sets an aim every year and has managed to, you know, accomplish a goal every year. And sort of her sort of jokey one for this year is to eventually like move out, seeing as she actually has a decent income. But I think my grandmother's taken that a bit sort of seriously and has started accumulating things to take with her when she moves out.
She'll be out by the end of January. She's getting kicked out.
But I think for myself, I think mine would basically have to be like maybe actually like try and put something of a life together. Like at the moment, I don't really have much in the way of a life. Like
in what way?
Well,
I mean, I have a social life. Like I go and see friends, or I haven't in the last month, but certainly when I'm better, you know, I take walks into town. That's like an hour's walk to get into town just to like go and see friends, like spend the day with them, etc. And obviously, like I spend a lot of time online with you guys. But other than that, and like my efforts to try and find a job, I've not really had a lot of luck with that. So it's basically going to be things like what?
Didn't you get a job at CX or something?
That sort of fell through. They're basically I was on like a month-long sort of work trial in inverted commas, and they eventually the manager, he didn't even do it in person. He got the assistant manager to basically say to me, "He's like, kind of think you're going to be pretty quiet behind the tills, so probably won't be taking you on." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's pretty bullshit because the tasks that I had to do on a daily basis didn't involve any customer interaction at all.
Oh.
So it was like, well, okay, well, how did you come to that conclusion in the first place? So I've not really had any luck with that, and I've not been able to really take up any Christmas work because of the fact that, you know, I've been recovering.
You've been ill, yeah.
So I think like my goals for really the year is to sort of like get a job, get some sort of income, and sort of start doing the things that I actually want to do.
Should get a job at Wetherspoons.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
shit. Curry night.
Curry night.
With Xander.
Yeah, curry night. Thursday, always busy. Tuesday, steak day, always busy. Get a 14-ounce steak for $9.25, including a free drink.
You're allowed to get pissed before you go to Wetherspoons as well. They won't kick you out. The amount of times we went Wetherspoons drunk, Xander, it's amazing.
But I think like I've got even more motivation now to do it because like I'm in a relationship now, so like I want to be able to do things within that relationship.
All right, trust in your relationship and our single faces.
Yeah, bloody hell, Xander. God.
Well, hey.
Do you know we're all single?
Oh, I'm sorry. Like it's a new thing for me.
Single people don't have lives, apparently, Emily.
Well, I mean, it's like, I mean, I hate to remind you, but like, you were in a relationship when I first met you, Tom, and like, you've been in that relationship for a long time.
I have been. That you were in the Twilight era of that relationship.
Yeah.
Not like the actual Twilight era where she fucking loved Twilight. No, the relationship. Ugh.
And if I remember, like, you were also in a relationship, weren't you, Emily, for some time?
When?
That was like during the first year that I knew you. You mentioned something about going on a date with your girlfriend.
No.
Oh.
Maybe she meant she was going out with a friend who was a girl, Xander.
Probably Amy, if I know.
Yeah, her. Probably Amy or Pat or something. I have not had a girl.
That cut off very awkwardly for me.
Oh, she actually just ended her life there.
That was my life.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
All right, Xander. So, okay, you've got a boyfriend. Come on, then. Talk about him some more. You know you want to.
Well, in a way, I kind of don't because I don't know how much he's happy for me to like tell about him. So just sort of leaving it at that.
Well, we know he goes to the gym.
But yeah, he's ripped.
There's your fact. Your fact of the month.
Yeah, that's it. He's just
That's
ripped.
it. That's all you'll know.
Damn.
He likes
So-
Xander, and he's ripped. There.
Yeah, that's about as far as it goes. We both like Pokemon. There we go. That's it.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Another little fact
So,
for you. They both like Pokemon.
yeah. So, what games have you
Sounds great.
guys been playing lately? I know Emily, you've been obsessed with Overwatch and your TIE Fighter.
My Korean fighter, yes. Yeah, sure, she has a twin ion engine. Yeah, that's how she works.
Tell me some more about this twin ion engine.
Talk sci-fi to me, baby.
Talk sci-fi to me, it's great.
What about the hyperspace jumper, whatever it is?
Hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, I've been playing Overwatch, and before Christmas I was playing Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. That's super excellent.
Isn't that like the martial arts, like underworld typey thing?
Yeah, it's like a martial arts GTA, except you play an undercover police officer.
Right. So rather than committing crimes, you're helping to stop them.
Oh, well, you commit crimes because you're undercover with like these Chinese triads, but then you also have to like report to police officers and like do police missions and stuff and whatnot.
That aims to join the Yakuza.
Yeah, that's Japanese, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know it's Japanese, but it's the only vaguely Asian triad that I'm aware of.
And then I was also in the middle of playing Sims 3 on my PlayStation 3 because Sims is fucking great.
The Sims.
Love The Sims.
What about you,
I'm
Tom?
so very tempted to cheat, but no.
I have mostly been playing Overwatch as we've gone over. I've been playing Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh, both.
Well, not both. I only have one, but that is the general title of Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Which one have you been playing?
Let me pop it out of the moon. Oh, it's Moon.
Moon.
It's Moon.
Fucking Moon.
I know it's over there. It's Moon.
I watched somebody play the beginning bit of that, and it was like an hour long. I've not played it, but I'm already annoyed with the professor who keeps going, "Hi there, welcome to Alola. You're in a..."
I don't like the professor. I really don't.
Look at my sexy abs.
He mentions that you're in Alola like 20 times in one sentence. I know I'm in fucking Alola. Christ almighty, shut the fuck up. Hi, welcome to Alola.
Did you come from the Kanto region? Send me back. Send me back the Kanto region I can deal with.
Take me back. These people are too friendly.
It's not that he's friendly. He's just annoying and has his shirt open all the time, like looking at my sexy body.
And I'm pretty sure he wants to bang the mum as well.
I want to bang the mum. The mum is literally the best character in that game.
Like, damn it, Professor. No idea what your name is. I don't need to see your poke nipples.
Put your Pokeballs away, Professor.
Yeah, so you've been playing Moon. What are the things?
That's about it. Not very much, actually. It's not been very much game playing recently.
Well, we had our little chat as we ever do over Final Fantasy last night, and we're just sort of like the games that you've started but just don't finish.
Bloodborne, Dark Souls. I'm sure there's more. There's
the list goes
game
on.
after game after game. The Witcher 3.
You just sort of get halfway through and kind of go, oh, yeah, it's my old new game, shiny.
Shiny game. Must touch. I don't know, maybe my attention span's just shit. I haven't even finished Fallout 4.
Neither have I. I've not played Fallout 4 in fucking months. I haven't played that in months at all. And I've played through and completed it. And then I was like, I'm going to play through it again and do more side quests and whatnot and whatever. Like, give more of a shit. And I just haven't played it in fucking eons at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't been playing many video games at the moment. I think it's just one of those things in my life that I've played video games pretty much all of it, except for when I was too young to play video games. And I don't know. Maybe I've hit that part in my life where it's like, I want something new.
Yeah, just trying to find
different.
find that spark to reignite your love for gaming?
My passion for fashion. I need my passion for fashion.
I found that spark again in Overwatch, and I was saying to Xander before we started the podcast that when I'm at work and I'm not playing Overwatch, I genuinely miss playing it.
You got the overshakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to go home right now as soon as I can so I can play it. Normally, like after work, I'll like have like one drink in the pub or something, and now I'm just like, right, see you later, guys. I'm going home to play some Overwatch. Bye.
Play with my TIE fighter.
I get the same shakes, but I'm always like, I need to get home and search for Roadhog porn. I need the Roadhog porn.
Roadhog. Oh, what a sexy beast that is.
Oh. Say bacon one more time.
Oh god.
I hope Sandra knows what Roadhog looks like.
Oh, I do.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, that visual will be lost if you have no idea.
Oh god.
Such a beautiful piece of man meat.
Sexy.
Sexy, and he knows it.
Oh god. What have I been playing? Well, by the grace of my mother's purse and motherly love, I have a PS4 now, so I'm actually up to date on the whole, being able to play new games.
Yay!
So, I've recently kind of, I don't know why or how, but just really got into the whole Dark Souls scene.
Yeah.
So I started playing Dark Souls 1 quite a while ago, actually, and I've sort of been slowly but surely working my way through it to the extent where I am cowering before the might of the Capra Demon. But
second boss, the power of the mighty Capra Demon.
yeah, but with the introduction of the PS4, I've for months I've wanted to play Bloodborne. Because it's like, there's just the look of the game and the overall atmosphere. Like, I love horror games. And Bloodborne just sort of has the right sort of atmosphere. Like, it has the sort of classic horror atmosphere as well as like all these grisly, horrible beasts that you come across. And yeah, I managed to start playing it earlier this week. And honestly, I just fell in love with it. I've so far managed to beat the first two bosses first time round. Both times bricking it. But I know that streak is going to end very quickly.
Yeah.
You're going to get you have died far too many times and be like,
Yeah.
I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
I can't anymore.
We're on like a winning streak at the moment. Me and Xander, Xander's like, oh, beat like these two bosses like first time around on Bloodborne, and then I've got like played the game like 6 times like in
It'll
a
just
row
suffer like a
on
really
Overwatch.
bad session and just be like, God fucking damn it.
We'll also have like a really bad session, and then we'll just be disappointed in ourselves and just be like,
Well,
oh, fuck's sake.
One of my first times actually playing it, Emily and I were using like the PlayStation chat party thing.
Oh yeah.
And she's like playing Overwatch and I'm playing Bloodborne. And she bore witness to my first like near Bloodborne meltdown because I had like 5,000 blood echoes. I was desperately trying to get some insight so I could level up, and I lost them. I lost 5,000 blood echoes. I'd done so well, and just I died again on the way to go and get them back. And honestly, I could have just cried.
Sandra's just in tears on the floor, like, my echoes.
Well, I literally just shouted like, no, my blood echoes.
Yeah, he literally just went, no, and I was just like, what's up? No, I don't know, I was just like, what's up? And he just went, my blood echoes. Oh god! It's just like, oh my god! I don't know what they are, but they sound important.
They
I'm
are.
so sorry.
They're so important.
How do I max Dex if I can't have blood echoes?
Yeah, I don't know why I've suddenly got into the whole From Software thing, but yeah, I'm in love with it. I've also been playing. Sorry.
I was going to say it's because they make fucking amazing games with such great atmosphere.
It's great atmosphere. Like, you can just go at your own pace. For Bloodborne, it's just sort of forced me out of my comfort zone with the sort of having to play aggressively because you can't really block.
Yeah. Sort
of rolling around and hacking and slashing, etc. But But yeah, I mean, I've also been playing Pokemon Sun.
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
I got that recently. Yeah, I took the sunny side. So I've sort of been fawning over my new little buddy Litten, who's now evolved.
You picked the wrong one. It's all about the owl. Everyone knows
Well-
it's all about grass owl.
No, my one of the guys at work, Jack, he's playing Pokemon Moon, I think, and he chose the weird looking seal, whatever that is.
Poplio?
I don't know, Poplio, that's it. Poplio or some stupid name, and I was like, they all don't look that great, but if I had to choose, I'd choose the kitten because it's a fire type. I'm all
He
about
looks
that.
so grumpy too.
I know.
He's angry that he's a kitten.
Well, I can't resist when it comes to cats. Like, I just want to hug every cat. So it's like the moment that I saw that the fire type starter was a black and white cat with the grumpiest sour face I think I've ever seen, I was just like, oh, look at the little fluffy thing. And yeah, I mean, Jack, the other half, he's got Pokemon Moon, and he picked Rowlet as his starter. So I was like, okay, well. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go for Litten, because I don't fancy the idea of having a water fairy type, despite loving fairy type Pokemon.
I'm Azurill Meryl. Azurill. Azurill. Whatever that name is.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that Pokemon is.
Fuck that is.
That's your water fairy. That's all you need.
Completely forgot to mention that I am in the middle of playing Pokemon Fire Red on my Game Boy Advance SP.
Oh, great. Look at this hipster.
Yeah.
Look at this hipster.
Yes.
I only play Pokemon remakes on my SP.
Next thing you know, she'll be playing like a Commodore, whatchamacallit, PC.
A Commodore?
He's playing on a fucking, what is it, an Amiga next as well. Just
some unrecognizable computer that makes boop and beep sounds.
I'm playing E.T. on my Atari.
Oh god.
I'm the hipster of gaming out of this podcast, apparently.
Oh, let me try out my Sega Saturn.
You got to...
I can't diss the Sega Saturn.
My brother does have a Sega Mega Drive.
The Mega Drive was the first console I ever played. I do love it. But
first console I actually ever played was the original PlayStation, like the big fat grey bloody bot.
I had that. That was great.
What a beautiful console that was.
It was fantastic.
I can hear the startup sound now.
It was the PlayStation for me, it's like the elitist of consoles. Like it wins in absolutely every way.
The PlayStation was my Spyro era. That was just like, Purple Dragon time.
PlayStation 2 is the most selling console of all time. It sold 151 million units, whereas the Xbox, when it first came out, sold like under like 100 million or something.
Yeah, the Xbox seems to consistently be a bit of an underdog.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not dissing the Xbox. I have an Xbox 360. I love my Xbox.
Yeah, I've got 360 too.
For me, is just it wins life. It's just excellent.
The PS4 seems to be the clear winner of the console arms race at the moment.
Oh god, out of like the Xbox One and PS4, it's definitely a PS4.
Because it simply didn't fuck up like the
others
did.
Yes.
Well, because they were originally like, oh, it's going to be online all the time. And it was like, well, that's a pretty shitty feature, really, doesn't it?
That was Xbox One they said that for. And then everyone backlashed against it. And they're like, all right.
And it's got to have the Kinect on at all times.
Yeah, there was just way too many, like, stuff that... Like, yeah, it sounded good when it came out, but then it was like, oh, but then there's also this feature, and then there's this horrible feature, and it's just like, oh, well, that's not fucking worth anything. I don't want that. These are features I don't want.
Yeah.
And the PlayStation 4 is like, here we go, you're online, you play some games, storage isn't that good, but, you know, you can upgrade it, whatever, it's fine. And then that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's nothing about the PlayStation 4 that I don't like, except for the fact that my storage is too low, but that's easily rectified. So.
Yeah. I think the the thing that swayed me with the PS4 had to have been the games. Like there were more things that I wanted to play on the PS4 than I wanted on the Xbox, like Bloodborne, Infamous, just it was a no-brainer. It really was.
Like most of the games that I've got, you can get for your Xbox, like Xbox One or 360 or whatever. But like, it's just as a kid, like Xbox can't even compare in that sense. It's just PlayStation all the way.
Well, I've noticed a stark difference in the games as well, because on Xbox you've got more of like the sporting-oriented games, like you've got all the driving games, etc. Whereas like the PlayStation, there are a lot more of like these adventuring type games.
Yeah, a few story-orientated ones and stuff like that. Those are the sort of games I prefer. I would get an Xbox One for exclusives because Tomb Raider came out for the Xbox way before it came out for the PS4.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, you have to wait. And sometimes I'm not that bothered about it, but then other times I'm like, no, I want to play this like immediately if I really want to play it. So I would get an Xbox One for exclusives, but then the exclusives are normally stuff like Halo, and I don't care about Halo. I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't
I
play
didn't
it,
get
so I'm not that bothered.
That's how I pick which console I want. It's the exclusives. So I will always have a Nintendo console because I know I'm never going to be able to get a Nintendo game or something else.
Yeah, exactly. I really want to get either a Nintendo Wii U just so I can play the new Legend of Zelda game. I really just want to play that.
You might as well wait until the Switch is out.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wait until the Switch comes out and gets that. Because apparently Wii U's not that good anyway.
There's just not enough games for it or support.
Exactly.
Or any good games for it. Well, there are good games for it, but Nintendo... You dropped the bollock, really.
Yeah.
So
hopefully the Switch is significantly better.
Well, the Switch has already got funding of a lot of games that
does.
That are a stark difference from what they've normally had in the past. So it sounds like a lot more people are on board to provide games for it or make games for it.
Yeah. I just really want to play Legend of Zelda. I fucking love Legend of Zelda. It's just winning.
So, you're looking at your new laptop now, aren't you? With the possibility of playing some PC games with us.
Yeah, because no offense to the laptop I have right now, I fucking love it. It's a great laptop. I can't diss it for anything. It's just getting a bit on. Like I've had it for a while, so it's just getting a wee bit old.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at a Stormforce Wildfire. That's the laptop I am looking at.
A Stormforce Wildfire.
Yeah, it's meant to be. I gave Xander a link to look at it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it looks.
It is a pretty good system.
There you go. See, and. Hopefully things will just run better on it because I really want to get the Forest, which I know won't run on this laptop. And I want to get 7 Days to Die and some other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, we've been looking at what to do about the Forest because we sort of left that off, especially after I was taken sort of out of action for a bit. And
4 months. And,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, we were looking at, well, shall we see what's changed and whether it'd be worth starting all over again. But maybe the idea would be, like, wait until you can get your laptop up and running and get the Forest installed on it, and then we'll sort of have a complete revamp with all three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sounds like that'll be better.
With Tom now essentially a veteran. It'd be a case of like
killing birds.
sort of a case of maybe now showing Emily the ropes of how to survive in the forest.
I'll either be the sort of person where I see danger and I'm like, fuck this, and then I'll run and find one of you guys, or I'll be the person that goes and fights danger and continuously dies.
Well, we sort of found very quickly that it sort of becomes very podcast-esque, especially when it becomes about logging.
Oh, logging, my favourite part of any game.
I loved that one video where you chopped a tree and it just stayed and then immediately fucking exploded everywhere. Just what
Uh,
the fuck?
It just stood still, and then you could hear the sound of it falling, but it was just visually, it was just there, and then just erupted into logs. And just it's a little bit buggy, but it's great. I think the bugs give it.
Don't quite work.
Yeah, especially when they land on the floor and then just like fling off into the distance.
So many logs have been lost because of that. Brave little logs.
There's a lot of like opportunities for sort of comedy with it. I mean, Lord knows the sorts of things that have happened, like when the rabbit fell down from the sky next to Tom while I was talking to him.
Magic rabbits!
And like having to think on your feet, which I'm not very good at anyway. So like calling the cannibals gonad people when they were like surrounding the little pond, I was desperate for water.
I'm sure I had a few brain farts as well during that entire thing.
Oh yeah, I think what I might do is like as like an homage to it is like put together a tribute series of like some of our best moments, because we've done a fair few episodes of that now.
Highlight
at least 10, 12 of them.
There's a fair
a lot.
amount of them.
There's a lot of them.
Definitely.
So there's no shortage of content that I can put together a sort of a sort of like a best of bit for us, and then when you get your laptop up and going, we can actually have a proper go. And do
you guys should. I said to Xander, I don't know if Tom saw that, but I was like, you guys should look into getting 7 Days to Die, because that's such a fun game to play, like with like friends. Like I imagine it's really shit playing it by yourself because you're by yourself, but playing it with friends looks so fun. And it's like survival, crafting. You can make like mini bikes in it as well, and like chainsaws and like sniper rifles and everything. It's such a fun game.
It's all the things we missed out from the forest.
Yeah, all the things
all the bike stuff. You can't go make a chainsaw. You can't. Fuck this game.
Fuck this.
Most technology you're going to get is a torch that you can never find.
Yes. The hours that we've spent trying to find a fucking torch and still no luck.
They had CD armor. Where's my CD armor? Not CD, as in like lewd armor, but
yes. Anyway,
where's my CD armor?
We are sort of getting to the point where we need to be wrapping this up now. So
in a nice New Year's present.
Yeah.
Just for you.
In a nice sort of welcome back, Firework.
Welcome back, Firework, our fourth co-host of the podcast, Firework.
Firework.
Firework, no.
So a lot's happened over the last few months. We've got some stuff to look forward to in the next few months.
Yes.
I mean, undoubtedly, Tom and I will probably still be trying to gear up for raiding by the time bloody Stormblood comes out for Final Fantasy.
Yeah, we're never going to get raiding done because Stormblood will come out.
And with the new distractions of a lovely bit of Bloodborne and Dragon Age Inquisition and Uncharted 4, I feel like a lot of my time is going to be split trying to split my time between lots of different things. But it's been good to come back and just sort of have this lovely sort of catch up of things and the lovely witty banter that we had.
Yes.
Yes, witty banter.
And hopefully this is like a nice introduction to starting up monthly recordings again.
We are back, people, and we promise
Yes.
this. This is our seal of approval.
We're back. And as slippery as ever.
We're properly lubed last time. Now we're properly ready.
We're good and ready. So yes, I'd like to thank you both for joining me this month.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And we'll catch you guys next month for the new Morally Ambiguous.
Yes.
See you later.
Goodbye. 2.0.
2.0.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.